Hi, and welcome to Navigating the Emotions, a little short taster and offering to relax with the perspective of the five elements and navigating 2020, 2021 right now, and into 2022, but hopefully just till the end of 2021. The five elements in Chinese medicine has many layers, many wisdoms, many perspectives on holistic health, and all throughout the many energies or energetic layers of the body, and many bodies, as we say in wellness and spiritual health. So we can apply the five elements to the physical body, the body that we have and we can touch and see. We can apply it to the emotional body, which is the emotions that we're feeling inside the body, around the body, and further around the body, which we will dive into today. And also the energetic bodies. So again, the meridians and the blood and the vessels and everything inside our body, all the way to our field, which is layers of energy outside the body. And then the spiritual body as well. So Chinese medicine, normally I'm applying it with food in the kitchen and food therapy, but the emotions of the five elements are very powerful and can offer us a lot of practical tips as well as esoteric theory for the current times that we're navigating. And if you remember my whiteboard, which I will show you in another video, it offers us all the different emotions that can be that are based in each element. So I'm going to summarize them for you now. The first one, I'm going to start at the wood element because it's my favorite, and always also because energetically we're going to be talking about the upward energy. So the wood element is related to the liver and the gallbladder, and if we do this together as throughout this session and this series, by placing our attention and also perhaps a hand or two on the position, because the circle of the five elements goes around our body like so. So it'll be opposite for you, but your right hand on your right, just under your on the right rib cage, that's where the liver, and then inside is where the gallbladder is. So if we place our hands there and just take a few deep breaths, breathing in to the liver and gallbladder. And if you don't know where it is, it's just where your hands are, just breathing through the palms there. So the liver and the gallbladder are responsible for, I'm just staying there breathing, closing the eyes, are responsible for the emotions or associated with the emotions of stubbornness, anger, frustration, impatience. It's what gets our blood boiling. And when we send a few soothing breaths there, we can release any stagnation, stuckness, or blockedness. My intention this evening is not to clear anything or fix anything, or certainly not heal anything, but just bring your awareness to the emotions and in certain places of the body, in certain organs, systems. And as we breathe in there, we want to release control. Control of what we can't control. Control of our thoughts, our mind. Control of any habits, good habits, or control of any bad habits. Just releasing them and becoming a bit neutral. Control and releasing control of what's going on in the world, things that are beyond our scope. Knowing that as part of the bigger picture, it's all perfect and happening exactly as it needs to happen. And you just do your part, day to day, moment by moment. Releasing any anger, frustration at anything, anybody, any situations, any experiences, any traumas, any memories, recent or in the past. Breathing into that liver, gallbladder, right side of the rib cage, right side of the body. And taking 5 more really slow, deep breaths, feeling the expansion of the side of the right side of the body. And as we do that, fourth last breath, we'll breathe in flexibility, just breathing that in. Good. Another breath, bringing in adaptability. And with your next breath, breathing in a soothing color that you're feeling right now. Normally in Chinese medicine, it's associated with the color of green, but just doing what feels right to you. It could be a softer color like white or gray. And then taking one more inhale here and releasing. So that's the liver there, and those are the emotions that it holds automatically, whether we like it or not. And if you're a wood element person, meaning your birth date or your charts, and you have more wood element in you in your constitution, this will be the organ system and the element that, I don't want to say gives you more trouble, but that comes up faster and becomes more reactive. You go there to those emotions faster, and I'm a wood element person. So the energy behind the wood element and liver gallbladder is an upward energy. So these anger and frustration and wanting to control is this upward energy, and anyone and everyone will have this, especially at the moment. There's a lot of control, frustration, anger, impatience, energies out there. So we want to release the control, what we can't control. We want to bring in flexibility, adaptability, and being able to see and choose different alternative situations, making the best of a situation, making the best and most of each day. So that's what we want to cultivate in terms of the emotions and the energy there. The next one, if we move up, and we are drawing a circle around the whole of the torso really, is the heart. Yeah, the heart is correlated with the small intestines down there, but we're going to focus on the heart today. So once again, closing your eyes, bringing your attention, and of course you can bring your hands across your chest. You can bring it on the physical heart, so that would be a bit lower, a little bit to the left, wherever you feel. It could be in between the chest or just under, wherever you feel that when you inhale, you're breathing into the heart. You might want to roll the shoulders back, sit up a little taller, stick your chest out, opening through the lungs and the front of the body, front of the heart, front of the chest. And here is where the emotions of fieriness, rage, inflammation, explosion, we become very active in the heart and perhaps even erupting. Like a volcano, this big fiery energy that comes up and out through the heart when we are feeling enraged with life, with the world, with the universe, with family members, with colleagues, with ourselves. Just breathing and letting it out. At any time, if you would like to make any hand gestures or movements in your body, you're welcome to as well. So just bringing those words and those emotions in and letting them out. This is the energy of upward expansion, and they just want to come up to be released out, up and out. Feeling into the heart, once again, sitting up and shining the chest forwards, feeling like you're radiating fire or perhaps the sun. So it should be a warm, calm energy rather than an angry, eruptive, fiery energy, but that's what we're feeling, a lot of us, in the last year or so. And taking a few breaths deep in through the palms, into the heart, into the center of the chest. And then we're going to take in 6 breaths now, inhaling joy and exhaling. Inhaling peace, feeling that peace as you exhale, viscerally spread out through the upper half of the body, across the chest and the shoulders. Inhaling neutrality. Exhale, sit into that, feel into that neutrality. Inhaling love. Love for yourself, for those around you, and for the bigger picture and perspective of what's happening, because it's all part of love, growth, and evolution. Inhaling a sense of coolness, cooling down that fire. It could be dissipating down, could be a light mist, could be a color, just calming down the fire. And then last breath in will be calm. Calmness in the heart, radiating out from the heart throughout the body, upper half of the body, middle of the body, arms, palms. And then gently opening your eyes. And just thinking of the first color that comes to mind that's there. Perhaps it was a more orangey, fiery flame, and now it's maybe a pink or a very neutral red. It could be another color too. All right, the next one I have for you is earth. So we're going to go around the circle down. So this was our liver on this side, and this side on the left side is the spleen. The stomach is kind of a little bit higher and more central, but we're going to focus on the spleen. So bringing our hands there and closing our eyes. One palm on the other. You're more than welcome to use one palm as well. And the earth element here is all about, well, the earth. The soil, the middle ground, the middle path, groundedness. But let's look at the emotions that come up through that. And the energy here is a balanced, neutral, flat, flowing energy. Sometimes it can be infinity sign. Sometimes it's just straight lines and soothing. However, we feel often, and especially in these times, a lot of anxiety there. So just breathing in and then out with the anxiety, releasing that out. Inhaling, and then with the exhale, just letting go, maybe a little pocket of worry or a little bit of stuckness there on the left side. Letting go of any processing, digesting, not just food, but information, media, social media, news, newspapers, audios, videos, whatever's consuming and burdening the mind, and therefore the spleen and the whole of the digestive system. And just continuing breathing into that left side and bringing in a color, any color that comes to you that's going to soothe the spleen, perhaps an earthy color, whatever that means for you. If you can't see colors, then perhaps a feeling. Could be an earthy brown, various tones of orange or yellow. Something like a soil, a rich soil, could be a little bit reddy brown or yellowy brown. And just bringing in the opposite emotions of calm or calmness. Inhaling a sense of support, being supported, being able to offer support to others. Breathing in again, and just feeling into the body, embodying the word nurture, nurturing, nourishment. And then the last one, just inhaling this groundedness, this deep roots in the soil, stability. And taking 2 more breaths here. And releasing your hands, keeping the eyes closed, just breathing into the whole of the center of the body. So not just the spleen, but perhaps a little bit in the middle, just below the solar plexus, below the diaphragm, into the stomach. Breathing into the belly button, either side of the belly button. And just continuing another breath, inhale, exhale, into the lower belly. And feeling that stability and groundedness, calmness, nourishment. nourishment of the breath. And gently opening the eyes, and just feeling how the top half of the cycle or the circle feels. We went from the liver to the heart and the spleen, from the right, the center, to the left. We have two more elements. One is the metal element and one is the water. So the metal element correlates actually with the lungs and the large intestine. But for the purposes of this video, we're going to continue in our circle. So we're going to bring our hands just below the spleen on the belly, and closing the eyes, inhaling into the left side here. It's going to represent the large intestine and the whole of the digestive system today. If you want to place one hand on the belly button, that's fine too, or both hands, one on the lower left side and one on the belly button, just to represent the large intestine. And if the large intestine isn't holding on, then this reflects in the lungs not holding on. And just breathing into your hands and just relaxing the whole of the digestive system. Inhaling this openness, intention to release. And as you exhale the feelings of loss. Continue to inhale. Exhale grief for anything, anyone, any animal, any situation, any job, any opportunities. Just breathing through that and feeling how that feels in the lungs as well. We hold a lot of loss and grief, sadness as well in the lungs. But as you breathe and exhale and release that through the digestive system, through predominantly the large intestine, but the whole of the digestive tracts, you'll feel a calming release, even surrender through this region and part of the body. Breathing in again, releasing any depression, sadness, or downward energy, which is the energy here of the metal element. Just letting that flow downwards in its natural state, natural direction. And then inhaling and exhaling the last emotion of overwhelm. Just let it all go, releasing from the shoulders, the chest, the lungs, all the way down into your hands and fully down into the earth, just letting it all go. And then inhaling and exhaling a sense of ease, release, relief. Perhaps even inhaling and exhaling with a sigh. Do that 3 more times in your own time. Letting the chest, the lungs, the ribs release and soften. And letting the large intestine, small intestine, all of the digestive organs release. Do that 1 more time. Bringing an audible sigh. And do that at any time during your day where you're feeling the upper body is tense, the neck, the shoulders, the chest. You just want to let that natural release and that downward energy out and through you. We don't want to hold on to the emotions or the energies in the body. Gently opening the eyes and just knowing that along with the metal element and this downward, inward energy is the perspective as you release that. There is a connection with the metal element, and metal element people tend to be able to see the bigger picture in general clearer than others. And if we can tap into and cultivate our metal element and energies, we can release, let go, surrender things so that we're clear to see the bigger picture above. We're not bottling in things in our lungs and chest area. We're not holding on to things like with constipation, which is emotional and physical. We're just accepting, releasing, surrendering, and then we can see, oh, what's really going on, or oh, how things are playing out, oh, how I'm reacting to those things as well. So that's the beauty of the metal element. It seems harsh and cold and like a knife sometimes, but that's the energy. If we can let it release, we can see good insights on the higher realm. All right, let's bring our hands to the lower abdomen. So just come up. So here, one hand upon the other, closing the eyes once again. And this is the element of water and the kidneys and bladder. The bladder here, most close to the hands, and it's reflected in the kidneys, the back of the body, in the lower back. So breathing into your lower abdomen, perhaps expanding through the lower back as well. Releasing any confusion, releasing any tension in the lower part of the body, the base chakra, if you want to call it that. And we're going to take 5 breaths to release fear, fear of the unknown. Exhale, release the fear of whatever's at the surface for you in your mind or in your body. With your next exhale, releasing financial fears, emotional fears. Releasing any fears with the relationships, work, projects, whatever is on your plate and in your schedule. Feeling this downward spiraling energy, which is this water element. Again, the ability to release and let go, unblocking anything in the lower chakras or the lower dantian, the kidneys, your legs, your glutes, your sit bones, just releasing everything down. Downward energy, spiraling energy, just feeling that energy going down in a supportive, strong way though. You have ability to manage this energy going down. And then inhaling the words as you hear them of courage, knowing, willpower. These are all going to dim the fear or any fear when you have willpower, determination. When you're able to anchor down your energy, your light, your emotions, and become stable. They're not chaotic up in the mind, up in the heart, up in the head, but they're grounded in knowing, in courage. You're able to use your intuition. And we're going to take 3 more breaths here, breathing into that lower abdomen, breathing into the kidneys, sending them a bit of love, and repeating the word trust each of the last 3 breaths. Feeling a trust in yourself, in your body, feeling a trust in your immune system, all of the elements that we've just been through and cycled through, that they will do what they need to do and support you in every moment. And breathing in trust, exhaling trust in the world around us, the planet and the universe. And just focusing your energy on your lower dantian, where your hands are on the front of the body. And breathing in right into the center of that lower energy center in the body. And breathing in from that space, feeling the emotions expand all the way up through the body, all the way out. Feeling a little bit calmer, a little bit more peace and joy. Feeling a bit more grounded into the body and also down inside the body. Being able to surrender and breathe sighs of relief. And having trust anchoring in the courage, intuition, and knowing that you are here at the right time on the planet, doing what you're doing the job you're doing, living in the country you're living in, and looking after yourself the best way you know how. And then taking one last breath, releasing the hands and just sitting in stillness here, fully in the body, bringing all the energies that we've just cycled through of upward, outward, expansive, balanced, calm flow, back inside, downward, anchored and grounded into the body. And you're welcome to stay here, continuing to breathe. You can meditate, you can lie down, or you can gently open your eyes and switch to the sound healing track and continue this little series of videos and audios to help you navigate through the emotions that are coming up through the lens of the 5 elements and the 5 cycles and the 5 emotions or categories of emotions. So I hope you enjoy your day or your afternoon or evening and find a little peace or a little bit more peace. Trust in knowing that your body has you, it's got your back, and it's going to do whatever you need if we can just support it through some mindfulness and breathing and awareness of the emotions and where they are moving through the body. Thank you, and feel free to repeat this at any time you need to find some clarity, navigation, and feeling into the body.